What's going on, guys? So I have to apologize to you. First, because my desk is extremely messy, because I'm scrambling. It is about 9 o'clock at night, and we leave to go to SEMA very shortly. So I'm scrambling to get ready for that. But when I recorded this video that you're about to watch, we had a problem with the microphones, and it created a really bad echo. And so what I did was I put subtitles on this video. So if you get real annoyed with the echo, which if you got as annoyed as I would, I'm sure that'll happen relatively soon, you can go ahead and just turn off the audio and just read the subtitles. So I know that makes it kind of difficult. This video is kind of long, but we wanted to answer the questions that you guys asked us from last week, Thursday's episode of Dream Job. You're not going to make millions in your shop, but if you want to have your freedom, you know, so you might make less than what you do in your corporate job, but if you have time to spend with your family or do other hobbies that you enjoy, sometimes it's worth taking the pay cut to do that. A lot of people that work here took a pay cut to come work here because of our culture versus be stuck in a job that they hate.
Ultimately, you decide if you're going to live or not. Am I just going to get through life, or am I going to live? Because it's a fucking choice. I mean, you literally decide that. And some people decide it when they're 70, and it's too late.
Definition of a champion, no.
So the purpose is to answer all the questions that all the people asked us after we told them last week.
So we have to do an intro.
They were quitting. We have to do some sort of intro. Well, hey guys, today on Dream Job with Sean Chartier, we have a special guest, Sean Chartier. Sean, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me, Bob.
Yeah, no problem. Bob.
I don't know, that sounds like such a host name.
I used your real name.
Oh, okay, Fuller. Thanks for having me, Fuller. Want to again?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Well, the whole point is just to answer all the questions everybody asked from last week after we told them that we're going to kind of sort of stop Dream Job by Kirk.
Have a good night, Kirk.
But it's really just a pivot for Dream Job. It's not stopping completely because we're going to start these custom
Yeah, I've had a lot of people
offset
yell at
books.
me that we're stopping Dream Job.
Yeah.
Like they act like we took their first child.
I was really surprised to see
Maybe
how
we
many...
should start a GoFundMe, and if people send us money, we'll keep putting on a show.
And then that'll be my paycheck?
Or, no. It's a charity, you should work for free.
Oh. Okay.
Maybe I'll get another Lambo.
But yeah, everybody was mad, and I was surprised how many people were like, I've watched every single episode, and I can't believe you guys are stopping. But I've also never seen those people comment on it before. So there's a lot of people that watch it that don't.
They like them.
Tell people they watch it.
This one got 25 shares. You know what my favorite comment was? 50 likes. My favorite comment were the people that called us out. Because in the beginning we said we were going to make it, not care about likes and comments, and not care about traction and counts and view counts. And I think the trouble is when you do something and put so much effort into it, once in a while you just need a good old thank you. It's going well.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you know, we're not second guessing Dream Job at all because of the numbers, right? It's more about resources. So we now have 5 companies. We've got Custom Offsets, Fitment Inc., Offsets Garage, Dream Home, and Alcotech. And we're helping out with a couple other companies, which are top secret, can't tell you guys. But I think what it's coming down to is even though we have 30 people, right, we're on a hiring freeze because we ran out of parking spots and spots for people to sit. They're literally elbow to elbow. So once we get over to the new building, I think it will be easier to keep hiring again and then be able to get back into Dream Job. So I think after reading all the comments and talking back and forth with some folks, it became real clear that we have to keep going. But I think we decided that you don't have the time in the day to spend 35 hours a week on Dream Job.
Yeah. Well, there was one question that somebody asked, like, well, they said, you know, Fuller, what was like the most stressful part about it? I think that's the part that people don't realize is that this isn't like go film for an hour and make a 15-minute episode. It's film all week, spend 7 or 8 hours a full day editing.
Yeah, when we started, you filmed, like, you tried to follow me in the bathroom about 17 times in the first
Not
2
for
weeks.
real.
Like, because you were filming so much
But I filmed
that
so
you were
much,
just following me, and I had to keep remembering to let you know that I was actually gonna just take a piss. So, I think that was a big learning, right? We used to film this much to create this much, and then we learned to film this much to create that much. But I think when I watched you and Dom, did somebody else do it in between there?
Jared started. Remember, he filmed for one day and then was like,
I remember saying it the first day.
yeah. It was bad.
He's a bully. I mean, we don't get along. So, I think I saw both of you. It was funny that both of you were basically identical in the fact that the trouble was we wanted to give everybody real time, real information, real stuff. So you had to film it, and then you had to edit it like that night,
Yeah.
and then get a draft, and then make corrections that day, and then get it live by 7 p.m. And no matter which one of you was doing it, it was the same problem that you just never had enough time, and you're always chasing yourself because it had to be done so fast, the turnaround time. And I think, without that, you're looking at stuff that's from last week or 2 weeks ago, and I just don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like the idea of doing the vlog for a while, and then once we can get somebody hired to focus on this again. I think Dream Jobs is a good learning scenario, right, for somebody that's videoing and editing, because people are pretty forgiving.
Pressure. You always have to do it, but yeah, right. Our viewers, they're expecting it to see it every Monday and Thursday, but they're not as bad as the Custom Offsets viewers, where if it doesn't go up, I mean, they're like literally.
They threaten to shoot us.
Yeah, people get really mad. They understand, because the people who do watch it religiously know how much work it is, because half of them have been here to come tour the shop and see what it's all about, and then they're like, I can't believe you're filming this right now. Like, you're filming me and this is going to be up tomorrow?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you're going to be on it.
I mean, I love the fact that, and some folks mentioned it, that we have to remember, we basically captured our first year in this building. We were here 6 months and then we caught our first full year, but we went from like 15 people to 35 during the time that we filmed this over 10 months, which is just crazy. And it'll be fun to go back and watch this 10, 15, 20 years from now. If I live that long, 5 years from now.
It's important for people to know too, is like, our intent behind starting this wasn't, we didn't know what it was going to do when we started it, but we knew at the very least it would be cool in the future to look back and say, this is what we did, this is how we used to run.
That's how Custom Offsets started too.
Really?
We didn't have an intent. We just thought it'd be cool to create a community of people that can talk about fitment. Dream Home, we thought it'd be cool to start shooting some houses and stuff, and apparently we'll have a real estate company on Monday. So that's cool. I think
today is probably Monday, or today is Thursday when they're seeing this.
that's been a cool thing that I've learned. I've learned to just go with the flow. And like Fuller said, I think in the description, sometimes you just have to pivot. But it was loud and clear to from folks that if we do pivot to vlogging for a while, we need to bring Dream Job back the way it was, the way we started it, the reason for why we started it, which is really just to teach you guys and to share what we're learning, share our story. If it helps 1 or 2 people be that much more successful, I mean, to me it means a lot. So I guess when you don't have a huge intent, it's easy to meet your goals.
I'm trying to find some questions in the...
Why don't you just answer them all?
Start at the top and go through them?
Yeah, so if people want to see about the building process, we'll definitely bring that, right? So that's the point of the vlog. The vlog is going to vlog Custom Offsets, it's going to vlog Fit Inc., it's going to vlog Offsets Garage, it's going to vlog Dream Home Media, Dream Home Wisconsin. So Dream Home Media is our media company that shoots houses and stuff. That one's kind of getting consumed by Dream Home Wisconsin, which is showing off multi-million dollar homes, some really badass houses that just came on the market throughout the whole state of Wisconsin. And then Dream Home Fox Cities, which launches on November 1st, which is our actual real estate agency for the Fox Valley. So we're gonna vlog all of those, right? I mean, that's your plan.
Yeah, it'll be whoever has the coolest thing going on that day. So if we're shooting a $2.5 million house, I'll tag along with them, or if we're building something sweet here, I'll film that.
So I think somebody even said, the one thing they would have changed about Dream Job is seeing a little bit of each business, So now what you guys will get is you'll get the teaching from the team meeting on Monday nights. They'll still get that, right?
Yeah.
And then on Thursday nights, you guys are going to basically see a vlog. What's a vlog? I mean, we should probably define what a vlog is.
Yeah, so basically I'll take the camera with me, and I'm either filming myself or filming other people, but it's more of explaining what's going on. So a lot of times in Dream Job, we're not talking right to the camera because what we film is actually real, which I think is important for people to know too. This isn't a set, we don't have a script, we're not making stuff.
How's it go when you try to get me to say just one sentence?
You won't. You just won't do it. So this is more of explaining, like, you know, this is where we are, this is what we're doing today, this is why we're doing it, here's all the people involved, and then they can look at all the cool stuff.
Cool. So they get to see your face a lot?
I'll wear sunglasses.
Okay. Maybe one of the black masks in the shoot. Insert picture of black mask people.
Go back to our list. The fact that you shared the breakdown of metrics and setting a realistic goal along with how to mathematically get that goal. There are a lot of just compliments in these.
And that's been the hardest thing, you know, they're talking about when we were doing the Business 101,
Yeah.
and we were actually breaking it down. So a lot of times we have thought about showing you guys like intimate details. The trouble is we know our competitors are watching this, we know that our vendors are watching this, we know that, and we've actually gotten feedback that some people don't want their stuff shared. Episode 3, everybody always wonders where episode 3 went. So for that reason, we haven't been able to. I don't know if you'd ever be able to run a business and then show the minute details. Also, there's been some shitty stuff that has happened in the last year that we didn't share because we want to keep a positive attitude. So, you know, in the very first episode, I just watched it the other day, just kind of watched the beginning part of it when I was reflecting on some of this. I made the comment about it's not fucking puppies and rainbows, but you know, it's the one thing I'd rather be doing than anything else. You know, that's so very true. But we don't want to take, you know, our dirty laundry and put it on this, even though, you know, some days I wanted to because I felt like I would give you guys more of a feel of the struggle because it is a lot harder than we make it look. I think, you know, we show a lot of our good times and laughing and foosball and ping pong back before you guys smash the table. And yeah. So
that's enough.
So yeah, I think my point, my drawn out point was, it was neat to recognize that people even pointed out that we show how hard it is. And I just want you guys to know it's actually about 10 times harder than I think we make it look.
Yeah, because we didn't show a lot of the big struggles. Yeah,
they don't show me sitting in the corner with my headphones on, not talking to anybody, because the giant wide open concept of these guys playing foosball, and in the meantime I'm moving large amounts of money around because you've got to keep everything balanced with 5 active businesses, or that you've got to write somebody up because they can't remember to come to work on the regular basis. But we just left that kind of crap out of it. But know that it's there, I guess. My point.
Yeah,
because somebody kind of brought that up.
Yeah, somebody did ask, you know, I guess if we could share more about or talk more about or show more of the struggles.
This is probably a good chance. I've been telling Phil we should share this all along, but we never could really think of a way to do it without it being scripted, and since now we're just answering questions. I think there's a huge misconception. People think that we're making our money on the shop. They think that we're buying Lamborghinis doing installs locally in Appleton, Wisconsin. There is nowhere near the market to do that. A shop is about $1 million a year, and once you divide that up, the profits of that, so that's sales. Profits, you gotta figure, you know, 15, 20% are pretty typical profits. A little higher with that with service organizations, but just take that math. Take, let's call it $200,000, and now divvy that up with all of your overhead, divvy that up with all of your employees. You got 3 employees in your overtime and all that. A shop really doesn't make any money. I mean, if you owned and operated and did some mechanic work, you probably make $50,000 to $70,000 a year once you max out, once you top out. Unless if you've got 9 mechanics, 9 bays, or multiple locations, 8, 9 stores, I think you could. But you know, I just want to clear up that custom offsets is where we make our money. When we're talking about $30, $40 million in sales, we're talking about custom offsets online wheel tire, spacers, lighting, lift kits. Those are really the cream of our crop. That is really what supports us. Now, Offset's Garage is like our best friend. They're like our brother that helps us make our videos. The knowledge really sits out there with the guys that build these trucks every single day. We pick their brains constantly on fitment, on suspension. You know, Brad and Cody and Jake have been just phenomenal with the videos that they've helped us make and let us make what we're getting in their way. So I just want to kind of clear that up. I think I've gotten 4,000 messages this year from...
It was definitely the most popular message that would come through.
17 to 47-year-olds saying, I want to start a shop, I want to have a Lamborghini too, and I'm going timeout. You know, I always told them the truth. You know, here's the max about what you can make in a typical shop. It's high overhead, it's high risk. You have insurance, you have liabilities, you have to hire people, you have all of that going on. So of our 35 employees, 3 of them work in the shop, and the other 32 work in our other businesses, which is, you know, making videos, making graphic design. We're a huge marketing company. And then of course we've got, you know, 100 people down in Chicago with our partners for distributing everything that we distribute. So hopefully that kind of clears it up and gives you guys some idea. I think that was the biggest question I've ever gotten on Dream Job. As far as answering questions. That's a really long answer. I hope that wasn't boring. If it was, hit the ×2. You can actually do that on YouTube. People talk like they think they know us. I like that too, but I gotta tell you, it's a little uncomfortable. And I'm trying to still get through that because I will go out in the showroom and there'll be somebody there and they'll basically like look like they want to hug me because they've been watching us for a year. And I'm like, I have a feeling you watch our videos, and I understand why you want to hug me, because you see me all the time, but I've never seen you before, and I don't know why you're approaching me like that. And you're about twice my size, and I feel uncomfortable that we're going to hug. And we intentionally did not promote Dream Job on custom offsets or fitmenting, because we wanted Dream Job to be kind of for the people that are a little more intimate, so the people that pay close enough attention to our videos can figure out and find via social media Dream Job. And that's why we put my name in it, because if you Google my name or YouTube my name, you would end up at Dream Job. So we want the ones that are, you know, committed to custom offsets to see Dream Job. Otherwise, we've been primarily doing it for, you know, people in Wisconsin, people in the general area. We've had a ton of visits and tours because of that, where other business owners have come to see what we're doing, and we share everything.
This is a good one. So somebody asked, what has Dream Job taught you?
What have I learned?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Has it been more of a motivator or just more added stress?
Definitely a motivator. And definitely not more stress. I mean, I forget. There's probably 5,000 times I said, Fuller, you should have been fucking filming that. And he's like,
I'm like, bro, right here, in the corner.
He's got the camera set up over there, or he already filmed the entire thing and I didn't even notice that he was standing there, or I spin around to find him and he's actually standing right in the corner of the room filming the whole thing. Forgot I was even wearing a microphone. And for me, it's been actually really cool because there's nothing like watching yourself. So when I got to watch the videos of how I treated people, sometimes there would be times where I kind of look at it and go, you know, I would say at the beginning of this year, and Junior can attest to it hopefully, although I've been picking on him quite a lot lately, I think that I have calmed down a lot as a person, as a leader, as a manager, as a boss, as a mentor, because I have to watch myself. And it helps you just reflect and go, you know, do you want to be that guy? Do you want to come off that way? I always think of the Orange County Choppers, how the father was kicking holes in the wall and fucking chasing his kid around the shop with wrenches on. That didn't really happen, but I can picture it happening. I don't throw shit. I want to, but I don't. But I think, so long answer again. I would say that when I have to see myself on camera, it makes me say, I want my kids, my grandkids, their grandkids to watch this and be proud of who I was. Wonder how many times I've cried on Dream Job. I like how you always cut it so they can't tell that. I just broke down a little bit. It's been an emotional year. It's been a big year. I think I'm getting better at it though. I think I'm finally getting comfortable with it. Here's what I think has been really cool about Dream Job. So nobody asked this one, but when I saw all the faces and names of the people that commented, that were people I did not know until they found us through Dream Job and ended up meeting them because of it. The home inspector that inspected my house when I was selling it was a follower of Dream Job.
Oh, sure.
He mentioned it when he came back for his drill. The Chris Jesse, who I had come over and help out with, I had some tiles to repair and a radon fan and a bunch of stuff to do before I could sell. he found me because of Dream Job, and then mentioned, I thought of him right away when I needed some work done. There's been people all along through the last year. We have a building being built because of Dream Job. Because somebody shared with somebody that we were talking about trying to find a place, and Keller walked in the front door and said, I could just build you something. And we said, if you can build it in 6 months, we'll do it. And sure as shit, it's just about done. It'll be done in the next 60 to 90 days. So I think that part has been humongous, the networking it has created. I know that we're converting a lot of financial stuff over to a financial firm that's a huge supporter of Dream Job. Troy being super involved, and he does some vlogging and stuff. And I think that the connections and the networking it's created have been freaking sweet.
Because I don't know if he was doing that before either, but Dream Job is we're not trying to be a motivator for people, but people see what we're doing, and they apply that in their own lives, whether personally doing their videos or putting it into their business, and they can use some of the same things that we do. I have a couple friends that watch it that are trying to start their own shop, and I can share with them the same thing that you told them about, like, you're not going to make millions in your shop, but if you want to have your freedom, so you might make less than what you do in your corporate job, but if you have time to spend with your family or do other hobbies that you enjoy, sometimes it's worth taking the pay cut to do that. A lot of people that work here took a pay cut to come work here because of our culture versus be stuck in a job that they hate.
Yeah, how many people work here because of Dream Job? I think a lot of them have seen it. A lot of the interview candidates already know half of what we do. And
if you're gonna interview here, just watch Dream Job because you'll know every question that we're gonna ask you.
If you interview here and you haven't seen Dream Job,
you're not gonna make it.
You're a little lazy. I can't believe you wouldn't go out and watch exactly what you're walking into. Like, the answers to the test are in those videos.
I think that's basically it. We just wanted to recap on some of the questions that people did ask, and then kind of remind people why we started, where we came from, and why we're not really quitting. It's more of a pivot, and it's only because of resources, not because we don't like it. It is super stressful. For anybody who understands video editing, they can probably take an appreciation for it, but from the outside looking in, you see 15 minutes, but
imagine
it takes...
D-Rock when he was doing one every single day just about.
That'd be nuts.
But that was all he was doing. Mm-hmm. Nobody here has that luxury. We always give you 3 other things to do.
Yeah, that's what somebody else was just talking to me the other day, and I was telling them how we're probably looking for another person to do this job or this job, and then they're like, "Oh, so you're just gonna have 3 jobs then, and not 4?"
Right.
I was like, "Right." So I'll probably
we'll find something else for you.
I'll go down to only 70 hours a week instead of 80. That's it. That's the recap. Yeah, so the video unbolt.
So those of you that care, those of you that watch the, I would say 1,000, 2,000 people that have been religiously watching this, even if you didn't speak up, even if you didn't like, even if you didn't share, we're not that mad at you. We're kind of kidding, just kind of being a little more provocative last week. We're definitely going to keep doing this. Stay tuned. We're going to have the Monday teaching, that's not going anywhere, and then the vlog will be on Thursdays. Love to hear your comments, love to hear what you think of the vlog style. Who knows, maybe this is going to be where it ends up. Maybe you guys are going to say, you know what, this vlog style is actually way cooler. I didn't really want to know all that stuff about business. You guys are funnier than I thought, keep the entertainment part going. So,
and it's not going away, because they can still get business on Mondays, and they can see all the fun stuff that we do on Thursdays.
And if you guys have questions, ask them. I mean, we can pivot the topics for the Mondays, because usually if you guys have the questions, so does the team here. Sometimes they run out of thinking up what they want to hear and learn more about. So I think it would help all of us. So don't go anywhere. That's our message. Go ahead and stay tuned. Let us hear from you. Let us know what you think. The good news is the vlog should have less swearing. And when I'm teaching, I don't think I swear quite as much. So it's possible they could share more if they wanted to. But you don't want to, I don't give a shit. Do whatever the fuck you want.
You want me to...
Let it fly.
Okay.
This is our last episode of swearing, so fuck the fuck. Let it fucking go. Fuck.